Australia versus Australia. Hamish Harding on the far side of the course, but this man closest to us, Jackson Free, well, he comes from a hugely impressive rowing heritage. He's going to need it. It's his second race of the day. He was in the double sculls earlier, and this is his chance in the diamond sculls, which I guess is his priority.
Well, what's quite interesting, that double that he was doing, he was doubling up with Cam Buchan, and both Jackson and Cam both doing diamond sculls. Cam's unfortunately gone out already. Their double lost earlier today, so this is his final ticket left in the regatta, and he's got to punch it. If he's going to punch his ticket, he's got to beat his countryman Hamish Harding. But as you said, Martin, he's got a huge amount of experience, does Jackson Free.
Well, he has. I mean, just we would have said in commentary yesterday when I think he had to deal with lots of washes and swells, and I think the commentary team had lots of kind of metaphors or you know, humorous remarks about coming from his club, the Surfers Paradise Rowing Club up there on the Gold Coast, because that's what he was doing on the water yesterday. No such surfing today, but the Free family, well, his uncle Duncan has won this event back in 2001, and of course Duncan Free also is Olympic champion in the pairs, which he won in Tokyo with Drew Ging. But he's also coached Jackson by his dad, Marcus. So how good is that, to have that rowing knowledge? But at the moment, I guess his legs are just screaming. And Hamish Harding, I mean, he looks nice. I don't think he's 100% flat out, Hamish Harding. He's a former lightweight, which Jackson Free isn't. So I guess it's the race they've had in the double sculls that made the difference. You can see, look at the difference in the cadence between those scullers, Fergus.
Yeah, it's remarkable, isn't it? I think particularly when you've got a long race in your legs, in your doubles, into a headwind. Not that long ago, I seem to remember it was just before the lunch break, I think it was, that they raced in the double sculls. So again, it's not been a huge amount of time to recover. It's not like it was one race first thing in the morning and then last thing in the day. So to take on two events, it's ambitious, but perhaps in this case they might have been better focusing on the single or on the double, and they might have seen them progress a little bit further through. But Hamish Harding, at the moment, as you said, former lightweight, he's now concentrating on a career as a heavyweight sculler, and he's a real prospect in Australia at the moment. He won the lightweight single scull at the Australian Rowing Championship, so he's coming over as a national championship, and he's done a bit of development work as well with the Australian rowing team, and perhaps another one. We're talking quite a lot at the moment at this regatta about athletes who are looking ahead to LA 2028, particularly with a lot of the international crews preparing for Paris this year. So we're getting a lot of these development athletes here racing and trying their luck at a Henley win.
Yeah, and hello to anyone in Australia who is up. It must be early morning time there, but you're watching your man Hamish Harding. You heard Fergus talk about his international experience. I actually saw him race this year in the Varese World Cup. He was in the Australia 2 double with Harrison Glacken. They came fourth in the B final, behind some crews that were going to the Olympics, like the Lončarić brothers from Croatia, actually. It be said. So, you know, he's got international representation. Look at that. I want one of those all-in-ones that says Surfers Paradise. That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think they're one of the best ones out there at the moment. I think they're nice and jazzy, one that stands out. I love the orange. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah. He is trucking, isn't he, Jackson Free? He is still going for it, and you kind of feel for the guy, because maybe if he hadn't done the double sculls, he might have been a little bit more up. But I guess that Hamish has just got that bit more nous, that bit more international experience. Just, you know, this year in the doubles, going for Olympic selection in the Australian team. And, well, Jackson perhaps not quite at that standard. Hamish has been pretty consistent all the way. He's got a very interesting thing with his body. He kind of comes up to the front and then his body comes back. You kind of like him to hold his body a bit more. I don't know. I don't profess to be an expert